Victoria has inspired hundreds of people to love and respect themselves and live happy, healthy lives. To receive more goodness in your life, sign up at www.victoriasplaceonline.com.au or like Victoria's Place Online on Facebook. Now it's time for you. Relax, breathe, and enjoy your precious gift, the gift of a good life. Namaste.
Hi, my name is Victoria Ewan. I run the wellness website victoriasplaceonline.com.au. Thank you very much for signing up for this free stress management video. I've been teaching yoga for 7 years and I've done some extra training for yoga therapy for breast cancer and trauma relief. And I've been teaching meditation and mindfulness to hundreds of people now. And a friend asked me the other day, what are you doing to help people with cancer and trauma relief? And I said to them, well, I've got my programs, but what I'm really focusing on now is to come back and teach people how to control their stress. We don't know how cancer forms, we don't know exactly why it happens, but we do know that stress plays a huge part in the process of getting cancer and so many other diseases as well, heart disease, diabetes, just so many things. So what I'd like to do for you today is give you my 2 absolute tried and tested breathing techniques that I have given hundreds of people, and I've had so many amazing stories of success, people going into surgery and using these techniques, people at the dentist and using these techniques, even a beautiful mum using this technique as she was giving birth. I was so blessed to be able to help her through that process because it can be pretty tricky. I've got 2 babies myself. Okay, so the first thing that we need to do when we're doing these stress management techniques is to learn to breathe properly. And I know that when I was having a lot of anxiety and stress myself, people would say to me, just stop being stressed. And I'd say, well, I don't know how. I don't know what to do. And so I'd like to teach you, I'd like to give you those techniques. And so when I say to you, I'd like you to breathe properly, you need to know how to breathe properly. So there's a little yoga technique that I'm going to show you. You may have seen lots of yogis using their hands. They're called the mudras. Okay, so you don't need to believe in any of this. You don't need to understand it, but I can go into that in a little bit more detail if you want me to later. But just for now, just have an open mind and see how you go. What we're going to do is learn to breathe in the 3 parts of our lungs, because most of us, unfortunately, only breathe in the first third of our lungs, which means that we're not giving our body the nutrients, the oxygen, the energy that it needs to be able to deal with every day, let alone a stressful situation. So what I'd like you to do with me is place the finger and the thumb together. The other fingers are spread out, and just place the palms of your hands down on your thighs. So just breathe easily, breathe calmly. So this is what I'd like you to try and remember to do if you're having a stressful situation. Bring the thumb and the finger together, fingers out, and just place your hands gently and just listen to yourself breathing. For some reason, some people call it magic, some people call it freaky, I don't know. This sends a signal to the lower parts of your lungs to relax and open up. And so you'll feel yourself breathing deeply, fully, and with the whole of your lung capacity when you bring your finger and your thumb together and place them down here. We're going to do another one, and it's actually going to block off the lower part of your lungs. So it may feel a little bit uncomfortable. Okay, I don't want you to do anything that makes you anxious or uncomfortable. So just listening if you need to. Otherwise, have a play, have a try. Okay, so what I'm going to ask you to do is bring your fingers down and then wrap your thumbs around the outside of your fingers and place them again down on your thighs. You'll feel it automatic. Well, it's automatic for me now, but you might have to take a few tries. You'll feel that the muscles in the belly start to engage, and you can't actually breathe into the lower parts of your lungs. Okay, so you're really only getting 2/3 of the air that you need in here now. You'll find that you'll be a little bit short of breath. Just relax your hands. I don't want you to get too stressed out. Now, if that makes you feel uncomfortable, don't do the next mudra. Do you remember the hand poses, the mudras? Don't do the next mudra. Also, if you suffer from any anxiety or depression, I'd just like you to watch and just see what happens. You might like to try it on a friend. Okay. This will make you feel a little bit uncomfortable, but I'm just doing it to explain how most of us only breathe into the first third of our lungs. Okay? So we open up our hands, we bring our thumbs on the insides, we wrap our fingers around, and then we bring our hands again down to here. Now you can probably, I'm going to undo my hands because I can't actually talk and breathe if I'm only using the first third of my lungs. So you could hear just then how anxious that I got with it. You could even possibly hear my voice changing because I had to take shorter and shallower breaths. Okay? I'm going to do it now and probably not talk too much. So the thumbs go on the inside, the fingers are wrapped around the outside, and the palms face down on the thighs. Unwrap. You'll feel the movement in the chest. You'll feel the lower parts of the lungs are basically blocked off. Okay, open up, finger and thumb together, other fingers stretched out, palms face down. Oh, thank goodness for that. Take some nice deep breaths in. Absolutely delicious. This breathing technique will teach you to breathe into the bottom part of your lungs using the whole lung capacity. What happens if we don't breathe? We die. It's as simple and as basic as that. What happens if we don't use our full lung capacity? Our body doesn't get the oxygen that it needs. Our muscles can't move properly. Our brain gets fuzzy and clouded. It's not thinking properly. Make sure that you get as much air into you as you can, please. Okay, so the doctors call that diaphragmatic breathing. Yogis for 6,000 odd years have called it the yogic breath. So we breathe down into the bottom part of our lungs. We try to do that in and out through our nose. Our nose is specifically designed for the air to come in and out. It's got all gorgeous little hairs and things to make sure that we're not breathing in too many toxins. So what we're going to do is my first breathing technique, and this is only to do 3 times. So when we breathe in through the nose, we're getting as much oxygen as we can, breathing right down to the bottom of our lungs, breathing in but breathe out through the mouth. Only 3 times. Ready? Feel the shoulders relax already. Breathing in. Beautiful. Breathing in again. That's it. And then start breathing in and out through the nose. That is an instant, quick calm. That will work in so many situations for you. Okay? So what we've done today is I've given you the mudras and we've found out where we can breathe. We've found out we need to do diaphragmatic breathing at the bottom part of the lungs. And I've given you one little technique for really quick stress release. The next technique that I'd like to give you is the technique that people keep coming back to me and asking me. And if you do have any questions, my email is victoria@victoriasplaceonline.com.au. So if you have any questions, just email me and I'll do my absolute best to get back to you as soon as I can. But this next technique, like I said, just people keep asking for it. It's called the square breathing technique. Now, I have recorded this onto a meditation or a guided relaxation, whatever you would like to call it. But we're going to go through it today, and I do suggest downloading it so you can listen to it on lots of different devices. This is a great one to get you back to sleep at that dreaded 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, when our brain, our monkeys in our mind start whirling around, and then we get cross because we can't get back to sleep. This square breathing technique is just amazing. Okay, and so what we do is we find a nice comfortable position and we close our eyes. We listen to the breath. We breathe in and out through the nose. We do a beautiful diaphragmatic breathing. So as we breathe in, the belly expands. As we breathe out, the belly contracts. As we breathe in, the belly expands. As we breathe out, the belly contracts. And we just keep on doing this, keep on doing this. But for the sake of our video today, I'm going to start the square breathing. What we do is, in our mind's eye, with our eyes closed, we imagine a square. It can be any colour, it can be an outline, anything you like. We bring our attention down to the bottom left corner of the square. As we breathe in, we glide our attention up the left side of the square. As we breathe out, we bring our attention across the top of the square to the right top corner. As we breathe in, our attention glides down the right side of the square. And as we breathe out, our attention comes across the bottom of the square back to where we started. We breathe in, we come up the side of the square. We breathe out, we come along the top of the square. We breathe out, we come down the side of the square. And when we breathe out, we come along the bottom, taking the whole breath to get all the way back to where we started. Now we do a few rounds of the square breathing and then we let it go. We just focus again on our diaphragmatic breathing, our yoga breath, full breath in and out, and in and out. And I know I'm doing this fast, but this is just a demonstration for you. And then if you're feeling comfortable and you're still not asleep, you bring your mind's eye again back to your square. And this time you imagine your square getting bigger, enlarging just a little, and allow it to settle. And then you bring your attention down to the left corner of the square again. As you breathe in, the length of your breath will have to be a lot longer and a lot smoother to get to the top. As you breathe out, the length of your breath again will have to lengthen because your square's bigger. As you breathe out, in down the side of your square, it's longer and slower. And breathing out along the bottom of the square all the way back to where we started. Then you can adjust your square. So see if you need to bring it in, or if you can extend that breath. And then we do a few more rounds of the square breathing, 3, 5, 7, whatever is okay for you. And if you're not asleep by this time, stop, relax, take a few breaths, scan your body, seeing if there's any muscles in your body that you can relax, and then come back to your square breathing. I'm sure that this will bring so many good nights' sleep for you. I'm sure that these techniques you'll be able to bring into every part of your life, improving the quality and lowering your stress levels, lowering your blood pressure, and allowing you to live your life in a beautiful, calm and relaxed way. These are great techniques to teach your family, especially, and a lot of people have been coming up to me about this recently, especially those teenagers that are getting really stressed over so many different areas of their lives, over social media, over exams, over their self-esteem. So important for them to relax and to be able to mindfully control their own minds. I really would love to hear from you. I love hearing stories on how this happened today. Oh, I was down the street just today and someone stopped me, and I've only met her once, and she said that her husband was listening to one of my relaxation tips on my Facebook page, and he said, "Oh my goodness, this really works. Come and try this." So I just, yeah, that just fills my soul. It fills my soul with joy to help people that I've never met before, and to help you. So please let me know. My email is victoriasplaceonline.com.au. I've also got a YouTube channel. I've got podcasts on my iTunes. I've got a shop at Victoria's Place Online, my wellness website, and you can download so many gorgeous things for you. So again, thank you so much. If you haven't already got it, there's a free home retreat kit with lots and lots of amazing relaxation tips in there for you. So I hope to meet you one day, and I really look forward to hearing from you. Thanks for having me here today.